Hello everybody. Today I want to share with you my most recent acquisition when it comes to radios, CB radios. We are looking at an Elan all-mode HS transceiver, an Elan 9001. This radio, as some of you may know, is very similar to a few other radios that are out there and available on the market. There's an American made radio, I believe it's the President Lincoln. It's very similar. I do know that it's very similar to my President HR2510 for sure, and it's also similar to I believe it's called the Shogun radio, and the Emperor TS5010. Maybe standing to be corrected, but I think it's the TS5010. And there's also reference to this radio with regard to the name Midland. Not exactly sure of the type of radio it would be, but I don't know if the Elan is a copy of the Midland or the Midland is a copy of the Elan, or if this radio here is a copy of any of the others that I just discussed with you. Not sure. But anyway, it's very similar to my HR2510. But there are subtle differences between this radio and the President HR2510. First thing I did notice is in the back there's actually 3 1/8 jacks, which are used for, one is used for key for CW, for Morse code. The other jack is for PA, and of course the third jack is for external speaker. And I didn't know at the time when I purchased the radio that the speaker on top is actually a speaker that comes with the radio. At least I think so, because I'm after seeing a couple of references to that speaker with regard to this radio. The other subtle difference I notice between this radio and the 2510 is it has a local and a DX button. I'll point it out, it's right here. And the other difference that I see, other than the actual screen, the actual faceplate layout, is that actually this radio here has channel programming. You can program so many channels in the radio for quick reference if you choose to do so. As you see here, it's FM, AM, upper and lower sideband, CW. That's your function switches, the PA button. Your SWR and calibrate, and it's also a dimmer button. If you turn this button like that, and the screen comes bright. RF power, that's also something that's different with this radio. The RF power controls the AM, of course, on this radio, but on the President HR2510, it has a RF gain, which is just your receive. But this one here, you can actually control your AM power. So that's another subtle difference I just realized. Of course, this is what they call the RIT. Some would call it a clarifier. Your on-off button here and your squelch. And everything, I mean, it's pretty well self-explanatory. This is not a review. This is just an overview of the radio that I've just recently acquired. Your channel buttons here. Channel selector dial. Rotary dial. And this is your shift button. You can shut off your beep here just like on the 2510, but it's in a different location, and your programming and noise blanker and things like that. This radio has a 5-pin mic, and you can actually control the up and down like on the 2510 also. This is the stock mic that comes with it, and so basically, other than the faceplate being laid out differently, the screen looks similar. I believe the screen is slightly bigger on the Elan than the 2510. That I can say. I'm looking at my 2510 now, over to the side here, and it looks like the screen is definitely bigger. And other than the layout, like you said, of the screen, it pretty well has the same functions as the 2510. So I haven't looked internally, and haven't looked internally in the present HR2510, but I'm assuming that there's a lot of very similar components in both radios and in the other radios that I mentioned, like the President Lincoln and the Emperor and the Shogun and the, what is the other one I mentioned? The Midland. Anyway, that's a brief overview of my recent acquisition. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd like for you to please like the video and subscribe if you'd like, and certainly leave a comment if you feel like you'd like to. Anyway, have a good day, and thanks for watching.